We are back for another episode of Pack Attack, and this will be it for Pack Attack weekend, because right now I'm sitting at 5 wins in the first 5 games of Weekend Classic. We have 1 game left to go, 1 win left to go, and we were in this exact same spot last Weekend Classic, and I didn't get the job done. Now, as you would already know if you've been watching the last 3 episodes during Pack Attack weekend, but I'm recording these all in advance, but I may have made a mistake because I waited until the next day to record this last game. So those first 5 wins, how good I was playing for those 5 games, that was all the same day, and now it's a different day when I'm trying to play the last game. I don't know why I do this to myself. But anyways, let's get things set up here, because going back to last episode, all we actually had to sell was 1 show pack's worth of cards. So we only added 93 more stubs to the bank, bringing our bank total today up to 91,094. And one last time, the reason why there's no likes to add to the bank today is again because I'm recording these all in advance, so I have no idea how many likes you could have left on the last episode right now. So if you've missed it up to this point, what I'm doing is all 4 of these Weekend Classic episodes, I'm pooling all the likes together, and then when I get back, I'll add all those to the bank all at once, all one lump sum. So make sure you've left your like on this episode, and if you haven't, go back like the other 3. Each like will contribute 100 stubs towards the bank. But the reason that I only had 1 show pack's worth of cards to sell is because the other 2 packs that I opened, we kept the cards, and obviously the one I'm sitting on right now was never going to get sold, because from winning our 5th game in Weekend Classic, we unlocked the Weekend Classic pack, and I went with Andrew McCutchen at a 96 overall. I do have him playing out of position in left because, I mean, Denzel Clark, he basically can play left field from center field, it feels like. But also McCutchen will be fine. When you look at the out of position penalties, his fielding only goes down 4. To fit McCutchen in though, I did have to sit down Luis Robert, and he's completely off the team right now. Today would have been the last day he was eligible anyway, with the season ending and him being a multiplayer program reward. Even though he'd been good, the other options to replace would be a 405 hitting Denzel Clark, or a 422 hitting over 1,000 slugging Giancarlo Stanton, or I guess technically the DH being Bo Bichette, who himself is now batting 444 with a 1,600 slugging. The other guy, and I actually was kind of surprised that I did it, but I kept Josh Naylor. I pulled him out of the Spotlight pack we opened last episode, and the more I looked at him, the more I saw him as a potentially valuable bench bat, as long as I remember to use a bench bat in a spot where it makes sense. But I actually I took Cal Raleigh off the bench to make this move, because a lot of the times the only reason I see the need to keep a backup catcher is if the starting catcher is slow and you might want to pinch run for him. But Fulford's got 72 speed, so with that being the case, I don't really need a backup catcher, I guess. I mean, maybe the only irony there would be he would be the one I would bring in Josh Naylor to pinch hit with, but then obviously I can't do that because I don't have another catcher. Actually, you know what, then the more I think about it, it probably does make sense to keep a backup catcher around and maybe get rid of Joe Adell. All right, but anyway, I think that means we're ready to go. Ready to try and go a perfect 6-0 in Weekend Classic. And I guess it's also worth mentioning too, especially if I win this game, there might be a chance I finish at the top of the leaderboard. I mean, there'd be a lot of time left to get caught up to, so I don't know. But if that happens, and actually I guess there's probably a good chance I get some rewards, I think we'll just tack those on to like the next episode's post-game packs and stubs. But yeah, a lot on the line. Another Weekend Classic pack, which actually says choose 2 players, so I don't know if that means choosing one from a past pack also. On top of that, we're at a 770 rating, so it's probably unlikely a win gets me plus 30, but if it does, we might also be playing for World Series today. Maybe I shouldn't think about any of that, and I should just think about playing the game and winning. All right, well, we've got Marcus Stroman taking the mound for this one. We're facing Clark Schmidt, and not like a crazy looking team. I definitely don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Sometimes the teams that don't look the best in terms of the cards they have can be the scariest to face. And yeah, I don't even want to take anything that this team comparison says into account either. I should play under the assumption that I need to play my absolute best. That is a very good sign. I don't remember all these back of the head tattoos the last time I used them. They must have updated his player model or something. I just, like, do you even change anything here if he's coming out of the gates that early on 2 straight cutters away? You don't. And now he's late on the sinker. That sinker still gets up there, man. And he can't hold up on the slurve. Ooh, he was around on that sinker. All right, if there's any time to learn, that'd be the best time to, when there's already 2 outs and it's only a base hit anyway. And all right, pop-up does it. I don't like that he wasn't out in front of that, but that's a scoreless first. All right, Clark Schmidt. He actually does have over 100 hits per 9. Feel like he probably has a sinker. We've got our new McCutcheon leading off. Drop in there. There we go. What a way to start his pack attack tenure. Just getting the job done, laying one in there. Okay, and now Bo Bichette's drawing a walk. We need the Eddie Murray swing to come through. And that was it. Why am I not on that? I swear, man, I don't know what it is, but every first at bat for Eddie Murray is always some type of fastball up and in. I don't know how I'm not on it every time. No, don't be 2. Don't be 2. Oh my. That was hit hard and hit right back up the middle. How is that a double play? I mean, as frustrating as that is, I don't feel bad about that first inning. We got 2 runs on, made a good swing. There was really only 1 bat at bat there that happened. There we go. Look at McCutcheon in left. Not even a worry. Perfect jump. He's all good. Oh. And then Kyron Paris. The fact that he's still using that Kyron Paris from April. And he did something good with him. Wow, I was not expecting a swing there. That was placed about as perfectly as it could have been. Not only did he swing, he actually saw it and waited back. And this is where the lower Ks per 9 comes in. Normally that is a pitch that I feel very comfortable throwing, but between the Ortiz pop-up and then obviously that, I don't think that's going to get thrown anymore. And then I get him looking stupid. How does that make sense? Bogarts, there we go. I'll take that to start. Feel like I've been saying these last couple days he only does things when he gets a perfect swing, but that is also a genre of Xander Bogaerts hits. Very early down the line. Oh, and Jackson Holiday. That's a good genre of hit. Perfect swing. We've got runners on first and second to lead off an inning for the 2nd inning in a row. Can we at least move the runner to 3rd this time? Oh, this is eerily similar. Ellie is not going to let that continue, right? Oh, yeah, okay. The bases are getting messed up. But I think 93 speed is going to be enough to score Holiday because he threw it all the way home. That would have been close if he hit the cutoff. That actually might have been stupid. Just like that, though, we get our 2 runs back. And, oh, I didn't track that one, and Clark still hit it. Oh, that carried a lot more than I thought it would. Speed? Ah. Alright, I guess we'll settle for tying it. So is this just going to be a thing? He absolutely can't hit righty-righty at all, but then the lefties, he steps up, he's Babe Ruth. Alright, how many righties does he have in the lineup? Do I just walk all of the lefties and switch hitters? Wait till I get to the righties? Actually, we might have... That's not going to be 2. Take the lead runner, though. Ooh, we don't want to get scared like that. That was a good pitch. No need to hit that to the track. All right, at the end of the day, that was a scoreless inning. That's what we needed. Now we need to take the lead. Hey, I will take that. This Clark Schmidt, the pitches he has running away to righties are genuinely difficult. Like 94 on the cutter. That's a fast cutter. That took forever to feel like it got to the plate. And then I'm late. See, like I said, 94 is a fast cutter. Can't believe it, man. Eddie Murray getting challenged twice in a row now with cutters in, and I can't get around on it. Stanton, though. That's at least gonna, okay. Man, if that got to the wall, that could have been a run. It's at least gonna get him to third. Sack fly gives me the lead. Let's maybe do more than a sack fly, though. Okay. Oh, that... Thought that was gonna be a double play for a second. Well, now that's 2 Xander Bogaerts non-perfect swing hits today. And Jackson Holliday, he's finally coming alive. Off the bricks, 456, and now we're winning 6-2. Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me he's leaving early. I mean, yeah, we did it. Well, genuinely, I don't know what to do right here. I mean, yeah, typically every other time actually that we get a quit in the 3rd inning, that means a second game. But there was something about that game being the 6th and should be final game of Weekend Classic that kind of feels like, you know, it was a one and done situation today. But we're also 3 rating points away. You know what though? I'm not gonna do it. Today was about getting the 6th win and going 6-0 in Weekend Classic. We can save the episode for down the line that's about making World Series. We also get Stroman up to parallel 2. Bichette gets up to 1. And we didn't make any final multiplayer program progress. But we do have, and I guess now the screen changes since we played all 6 of our games, but we do have, I think it was 3,000 stubs to add to our post-game stubs as a reward, and then obviously the Weekend Classic pack itself. And then let's go ahead and we'll add up what we got from that game. So starting with our hitting, that's gonna make us 6,600 stubs. Going to the pitching, that's gonna add another 3,400. The bonus category is the big one today. We're getting 6,797 stubs, and we're at 7 parallel 1s, 3 2s, 4 3s, and 1 4 for a multiplier of times 1.185, and a final stub count from this one of 19,904. And pretty simply, all I bought with that worked out kind of perfectly. Just 2 deluxe prime packs. Headliner, the current headliner's not appealing. 20,000 stubs worth of show packs isn't appealing. But you know who is appealing is this Jason Varitek, if I were to be lucky enough to get him. And then we also obviously way down here have our Weekend Classic pack to open, and I was right, it is also including a round of the previous ones, and I don't really know if any of these make sense to add to the team. Like, kind of the only one is Sandberg, but then again, Jackson Holliday was just the star of that last game. He came alive. Kind of makes me not want to get somebody to replace him. So I think what I'm gonna just go ahead and do, well, obviously I'm gonna take Andrew Miller, another should be really good lefty in the bullpen. 96 overall left-handed pitcher in the bullpen. He'll be here the rest of the year. So we got him. And then I think I'm just going to go ahead and go Sizemore, the other 94. And at least when I checked beforehand, he was currently the one going for barely the most. So I'll just take him. And who knows, maybe I'll give him an extra look and want to give him a try. I don't know. But now all we've got is these 2 deluxe primes. And let's see. How lucky does the game want to make me today? Because I pointed out Varitek. I would also not be opposed to giving Terry Pendleton a try. It is a blue, though. Is this Jim Cott? It looks like, oh no, it's not. It's Robin Roberts again. I want to pull somebody that's a 94 or higher, because I haven't done that yet from a pack that this is the way you pull a diamond. Let me see some different colored lights game, even if it's somebody I don't want. I just want to know what it's like. Nope, blue again. Aparicio. Oh, that's great. I mean, if Ellie wasn't on a hot streak, it actually would be kind of intriguing, I'm not gonna lie. But I think that is gonna do it for an incredibly successful pack attack weekend. Now, I just got to make sure I actually get all of these edited and uploaded before I leave. And once again, I know I've said it a million times by now, but make sure you've left your likes on these last 4 episodes to contribute as many stubs to the bank as possible. Because when I get back, I'll have all those stubs to add to the bank. Who knows if I finish in first place, but one way or another, I'm sure I'll have at least a little bit extra also for next episode. And by the time we pick back up Pack Attack, I'm sure the All-Star stuff is probably going to be out, so that could mean some good things for packs. But that's going to wrap things up, guys. So as always, thanks again for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you next time.